to me. Yeah.
Today, I want to thank you, God, for perspective. So many times in my life, I looked at the places I haven't been, the things I haven't received, or the people I can't hug no more, talk to no more. And I prayed you would heal me and strengthen me, because I don't like the feeling of missing nothing. I don't like the feeling of emptiness. But today, I looked at my life and I realized that after everything I lost and everybody I lost, everything I just haven't seen yet, through all of it, you kept me here. You found a reason for me to still be able to enjoy precious moments, to still be able to go get what's next. So today, I thank you, because this morning you thought it was a good idea for me to still be here. And for that alone, I'm grateful. Today, I'm a walking power and in purpose. Thanks to you. Amen.
Lord, we pray for mercy. We pray that you would have mercy on everyone in this room. We pray that you would remove our heart of stone and give us a heart of flesh. We pray that you would renew our mind, that you would open our eyes and open our ears, God. I pray that we would remember how good you have been since the beginning, that you loved us when nobody loved us, that you saw us when nobody saw us, that you heard us when nobody was listening. God, I pray that we would repent, that we would say sorry, that we would ask for forgiveness, that we would ask for mercy, that we would ask for you to show up and show out in our hearts. We've been asking for miracles and not for salvation. I pray that you would save us, God, that you would fill us with your Holy Spirit, that we would be made new, that we would be made new creatures, that we would be made new people, that we would think differently, that we would think differently, that we would communicate differently. I pray for every person in the room that calls themselves a Christian and hates you, that they would tell you the truth so you could forgive. In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit.
People are asleep. I'm gonna wake them up with this one.
1618 up until 1866, blacks were slaves. They didn't belong to any party, and they got slavery out of it. From 1866 to 1936, about 96% of all the blacks in the United States belonged to the Republican Party. What they got was Jim Crowism out of it. From 1936 up to 1996, almost 97% of all the blacks in the United States belonged to the Democratic Party. What they've gotten is benign neglect. So partisanship is not the issue. The issue is that black folk have never had an effective strategy for dealing with white racism in this country. That's the issue. You can win as a minority population if you learn and find out how it's been done in the past. Jews are a minority religious group, but they do win. The National Rifle Association is a minority social civic group, but they do win. The wealthy elite in this country is a minority group, but they do win. When will we sit down and strategize? How do we win as a minority?
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
Welcome to the Johnny Binder Show, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this late night edition. We appreciate you for tuning in. Tonight's episode is When Wrong Becomes Normal, America Needs a Moral Reset. So if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, please like, subscribe, share the content, join the conversation. So we're going to take a quick break, play a little recap of what's been happening in the news today. It's been a busy day for everybody, man. And I want to know, how are y'all feeling? Drop me a 1 in the chat if you are feeling blessed and highly favored. And if it's alternatively, give me a 3 so we'll know that to add you to the prayer list. Because it's hard to keep our heads up out here all the time. We do our best.
Can you hear me?
No, not yet, Minister. So let's see what we have here. It's been not so much of a busy day. I know people have been talking a lot about Trump's physical results, and some people say he actually shared the results. I don't think he shared anything. Just where I am with it, I don't think he shared much of anything. But if they say that, that's what we're gonna roll with. You know. So here is the breaking news for today. Give me just 1 second. We'll get this loaded.
Social bragging about taking more cognitive exams than Barack Obama and Joe Biden. I'm not too sure having to constantly take exams that test for signs of dementia is the flex that he thinks it is. While Trump was posting more AI slop images about Iran, Iranian state media released a framework for the US-Iran peace deal this morning, which the Trump regime immediately called a fabrication. The terms, though, are almost identical to what every Middle Eastern country on last weekend's call said that the deal looked like. They said it would include US military forces withdrawing from the vicinity of Iran, the US Navy lifting its blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, Iran restoring commercial transit through the strait within a month, and ship traffic through the strait being managed by Iran in cooperation with Oman. When asked about the prospect of Iran and Oman jointly controlling the strait for a temporary period, Trump threatened to blow up Oman. He said Oman will, quote, behave just like everybody else, or we will have to blow them up. That's what he said about Oman, one of the primary mediators in these negotiations. Trump said he's not sure that the U.S. should sign a deal to end the war with Iran at all if Saudi Arabia and other Gulf countries don't agree to join the Abraham Accords and normalize relations with Israel. Quote, they owe it to us, he said. That is an absolute non-starter for these countries in the region. Ken Paxton, the twice indicted, once impeached Texas Attorney General, won the GOP Senate runoff last night. By the way, we did a great interview with Representative Tallarico yesterday on the Midas Touch podcast. Be sure to check it out. Republicans immediately responded to Tallarico's nomination by calling him a, quote, creep, a vegan, and a child mutilator, none of which are true, and there's nothing wrong with being a vegan anyway. Stephen Miller declared him transgender. That's apparently their entire Republican campaign strategy for Texas right now. It's really pathetic, honestly. It's worth noting, Trump-endorsed candidates are now 0 for 13 in 2026 general elections. Canada announced it will buy Sweden's Saab Global Eye aircraft instead of Boeing's, explicitly citing the need for strategic independence from the United States. The Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo is accelerating with no approved vaccine or treatment, and the Trump administration already gutted the CDC's global health infrastructure. The World Cup is coming to the United States, an international travel event of historic scale, and we are now staffing airports with volunteers to deal with Ebola. Marco Rubio said that Ebola will never reach our shores, but I've heard that one before. Hundreds of detainees at Delaney Hall ICE Detention Center in Newark, New Jersey, launched a hunger and labor strike last Friday to protest alleged inhumane conditions, including expired and spoiled food, medical neglect, extreme heat, and due process issues. Outside protests in solidarity have led to clashes with federal officers, including pepper spray incidents involving Senator Andy Kim, arrests, and attempt to block detainee transfers. The strike continues into its 5th day today. That's it for now. Spread the word and listen to the Midas Touch podcast for more.
Check this out.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for this opportunity to celebrate this moment of a new beginning. We continue to pray for better and brighter days. For the best days are yet to come.
Yes.
God, For we know that these past few years have been full of trials and tribulations and challenges. But God, we have encountered, overcame, and conquered them. Yes. And now we are standing here among conquerors. And for this, we say thank you. God, we are truly grateful that there's still breath in our bodies. For God, we know that there is a purpose for every breath we take. God, we thank you for reminding us that there is greatness in our inventory, that there is greatness within us. God, continue to give us wisdom, direction, and discernment to help achieve our dreams and goals. God, continue to guide us to our full potential, for we have gifts and talent that is yet to be birthed to this nation. But God, as we enter into this new journey, we know it won't be easy. We may attempt to throw in the towel. We may get knocked down, but we won't be destroyed. Oh, wow. For God, you said in your word in Romans chapter 8, verse 28, and for now we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Wow. So on this day, I declare that the class of 2023 shall walk in our purpose. Yes. And it may be filled with joy, love, peace, and happiness. Yes. Yes. Amen. Amen.
I thought that was a beautiful prayer, fam, and I wanted to take the time to share that with you as well. And the first prayers came from Yellow Pain, and you can find him on Instagram at Yellow, YELLOPAIN. And then the second prayer was from Jackie Hill Perry. So great prayers get us inspired. And I wanted to play this last prayer because, you know, it is graduation season and our graduates have a lot on their plates, honey, their heads and their hearts. This world is crazy. And even though that was from 3 years ago, it still speaks to the clarity that they need of mind to stay connected with their purpose, to go forward and do great and wonderful things. Great and wonderful things. So we're going to take a short break and we're going to tell you what the Johnny Binder Show is really about. And then we will be right back with the minister.
That's what made me go gangster.
Yeah.
So you never asked me. I've been waiting to tell you. I was a square. I had a construction company. I had 35, 40 men, 10 trucks. I'm making $10,000, $15,000. I'm 16, 17, 18 years old.
So when that happened, everything that you had heard about this government and how they do black folks and set black men up to go down and, you know, with these fake cases and stuff, it hit you like a sack of bricks.
Yeah,
and
it changed my whole trajectory. Why are you shooting your brother? You're shooting your goddamn brother because you don't love yourself. Psychologically, you don't love yourself. We're trying to save black young men, black young women, get them out the damn street and stop them from committing suicide with the same song, Headed for Self-Destruction, and fight the goddamn power. We need to do something with our children. Y'all need to change your rap around and say something to these children because you've been a part of it, letting these people trick you, talking about you gangster. How the fuck you a gangster and you shooting each other? That's not no gangster, that's a goddamn fool. Shooting each other is not a gangster. And all young people listening, all you rappers listening, Kyle Wayne been working with y'all. Turn your music around. Let's save lives, y'all.
Helping me, Captain, all the rest of us, saving lives.
Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
So that y'all celebrate us and help us open up vocational schools and save our kids and our kind. You don't want to do that. You want to sit in the back like a house nigga, a coon, and do what you do. Because I have 5,000 heaven-making angels around me. And anybody come against me, God is going to destroy them. I can name all the people that come at me. God has destroyed them, has created problems in their family. So again, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is that the black woman is the mother of earth. She has melanin in her skin, right here, melanin. The sun is her friend, not her enemy. Yeah. Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
90% of your crew is snitching. Get out the game. Whatever money you got, go open some kind of business. If you don't know how to open a business, do what my partner did. He gave his money to the restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner paid him every month. He invested like $500,000 with it. And now he out of Galveston. So now he get rich. Him and his wife got a big home. They come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with a D. Or with Catherine, whoever doing business. With me, I'm going to build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So again, invest your money with somebody you can trust. Get out the game. If you don't get out the game, you're going to prison. And 85-90% of the time you do, when you get out, you be dead. Yeah. It's not worth it. So it's Chud talking to you.
Listen to me. Yeah.
Anybody else?
How you doing, man? Yeah, got good news for you. We did some research and we found some stuff out about somebody was doing an event in August 27, 2020. They sent all this to me. I have nothing against you neither, sir. It just happened to be you. And the mayor stated he was filing up his car for the event. And then we went on to see what event it was. It was on August 27, 20. Then he picked up this event. He had his boxes, man. We're going to give you a copy of all of this. Candace already taken it. You know where she's taking it. Then we turn around the city fuel pump that requires a key. And they fill the car. And then here goes Mr. Allen here himself doing that without permission. He said for Mayor Allen filling up his personal card, not using city credit card, and here go the credit card here. And then he said, well, there's another time on October 1st, 2020, and we look at it, he had 2 different pants on, 2 different shoes. So that couldn't have been the same time. And I'm not after you, but the truth is, so not the same time, 2 different shoes, you'll see it for yourself, will be your copy of it, Mayor. And then when you have a credit card, this is the credit card here from Mayor Allen's city credit card, which you didn't use. He had the city credit card. All you had to do, Brother Malcolm, is use it. So I don't know why he did not use it. Maybe he know, but I don't know. And we have all this evidence here for that. And when the young guy here talked about the forensic, it just makes all the sense in the world for the forensic, because what we're trying to say to y'all, we're trying to do what's right. And we moving down here, by the way, so you that don't know, we moving to Preview, me and Dr. Kent. And we trying to show you, by you doing and stealing money, what's going to happen to you. Because I want you to understand, you're going to jail because the feds already called me and told me this evidence we had, it was real. So I'm just trying to show you where you're going. You're going to be handcuffed. They're going to handcuff you. Oh, I apologize. I don't want to get in no trouble. Thank you. Thank both of y'all. I apologize. I'll never do that again. I ain't not come walk right there. But again, we're going to jail. People been trying to get you. You one of the best mayors we've had, And when the forensic comes, it's going to show who's guilty, Malcolm. I don't know why people steal from each other when we're all black. Instead of using the money wisely to help these children, help this city, where people will be using potty pots and stuff we doing. So I don't know why people stealing money. It's stealing money. Won't pay their water bill, all kind of stuff going on. So we going to move down here. We're going to be over the money. We're going to make sure everybody get the money they're supposed to get. But I want to put this suit on today where I can show you where you're going. What are them handcuffs? You can handcuff walk me out of the last 3 minutes, because that's what's going to happen. FBI going to come in here and handcuff, not you, but to handcuff the people. Yeah, handcuff the people. Thank you. Handcuff the people. So, I need 1 minute.
Hope to give him 1 minute. I second it. Motion moved, probably second for 1 more minute.
Thank you. And I want to apologize y'all again. I didn't know I was supposed to step over there. So again.
Hold on. Motion on the floor. All in favor of the motion, let me know by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries.
Thank you. So again, to all of you, Wendy Williams, Malcolm, you, Mike James, you, Mayor, me, my sister, Paulette, and David Allen, I don't know what's going on, but over $1 million done come up missing. Over $1 million. We had about 2.5 million. Somebody gonna pay for it. Okay? I'm gonna meet you at the jail and pray for you. But I told you come to Dr. Candace and myself, and we will pray for you and try to get your probation. But if you keep bucking, you're gonna go to prison. So the best thing to do is go and give yourself up and try to get a lenience, because you know you've been stealing money. You don't even have a job, so you know you've been stealing money. So y'all been stealing money, moving money, and go over there to church and get them folks $1,500. Y'all use that money too. And everybody hand in the pot. So all the people hand in the pot that's been stealing, we move in the preview, and you're going to be giving up. All honest people we're going to put on the board that's going to do right by the people. So I thank you. May God bless you. But people are stealing, you're going to jail.
Okay, that's the...
You're going to jail.
Can you hear me?
I can.
My God, Lord have mercy. You had to take me way back to preview, ladies and gentlemen, to hear me again. You know, this computer is something else. It's brand new, but it's all right. You know, when we open up the show, it's knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. And we thank the young men. We're going to keep playing young men, young women, praying. Every time we're coming on now, we're praying 1 or 2 prayers going to come on before we come on, because we want to put God in what we do. We don't believe in religion. We're spiritual, and we just want to be solutionists where we can help you with your solution, where you can be successful with your wife, your girlfriend, whoever, whatever, and come out of America. Revelation 18:4, come out of her, my people, and partake not in our sin. So that's what's going on. And nothing gonna stop us from being victorious and successful. And Trump and his Trumpanites coming out, and Israel been controlling. So God got the last word. What else we got now?
Well, I wanted to, before we go any further, I know that our Senator Al Green lost the race to Christian Menifee. He lost his seat to Christian Menifee on yesterday. And I just want to take time out to say and salute him for all the work that he's done over the last 50 years. And he says he's going to keep on going. So before we speak on that, I do want to play his concession speech.
Continues our coverage of District 18 with Congressman Al Green's campaign in Southwest Houston. Not the result Congressman Green's team had hoped for. Katira.
Not the results they hoped for, but they walk out with their head still held high and definitely still smiling. Congressman Al Green addressed his supporters here about an hour ago and saying that he concedes to Menifee, that he will not challenge his victory, and says that he will do well in Congress. Now take a look at this video. Supporters welcomed him into the room with applause, and several people joined him on stage, also sharing words applauding him for decades of service. During his speech, he spoke of his continued commitment to fighting for people living in poverty poverty, people of color, LGBT community. He says with such a robust legislative experience, it's hard to put it all in words, but says even when his current term is done, the work isn't. Listen to what he has to say about why he's still smiling.
You probably see me smiling, and it's because this is not the end. This is the beginning of a new chapter. It's the beginning of a new chapter that will be one that I will enjoy.
And he tells his supporters he will still remain accessible. And as he embarks on this new journey, he hopes all of his supporters will come along with him for the ride. Reporting live in Houston, Katira Winfrey, KHOU 11 News.
Some ride it's been. Katira, thank you.
And I stand corrected. I called him a senator. Maybe that's wishful thinking. It's Congressman Al Green. Your thoughts on his tenure and his contributions to Houston, Minister?
He's one of the most prolific men ever been in that seat. I pray that the young man that's in the seat, I'm going to talk to him face to face because I don't like what he did to Tony Underwood. Candace tore his pitch up, but he still won. And I just want to let him know. I just want him to explain to me why did he do that. A mother's child is in there. He's no threat. Like the brother said, he was helpless. He's almost out. Any mother want to just be in there to pray over a child, hold his hand, and you tell her to get off the lot, and she's going to jail. So I just want to hear him tell me that. But much as Al Green, the young man got a whole lot to live up. Al Green got, 50 years in this? So he got a whole lot to live up to. Al Green done some of everything you can think to do. In that seat with Black Caucus, everything. He done helped a lot of people, man. Did all the funerals, try to stop all the fighting and shooting. So Al Green is a legendary individual. So because he lost one time, that don't stop him being a legendary. Muhammad Ali lost one time and came back and won the championship. So God might let him run for senator and win that. I don't know what he's going to do, but I support him. I love him. And whatever God sees fit for him and whatever he want to do, we will work with him. And him and Menifee need to work together because they need to tell Menifee all the shortcuts and all the stuff they're going to do to try to cripple him so he can be a mentor to him and tell him what's going to come at him.
Indeed. So hopefully he'll be able to slide into that mentorship role with Christian Menifee.
Yeah.
And just for those who don't know, Christian Menifee was previously an attorney for Harris County prior. And Tony Underwood is a young man who was in a surrender position, laid on the ground, face down, and the officer fired and hit him near his spinal cord. And he was in the hospital for, 39 days before his mom was able to see him. And at that time, he was a quadriplegic, could not speak, could not move. And it was Christian Menifee's office at the behest of Christian Menifee that was preventing the family from seeing their son. So there's a pattern of practice there that I hope we're able to address and get corrected for the county as far as how they treat those who have been injured and are being detained, not even necessarily arrested. But Christian, like I said, looking forward to the minister having that conversation with you so we'll know truly that you are representing the people of Harris County, the people of Houston, and this is just not for those who may be propping you up in office. So that's all I have on that, Minister.
Yeah, Marcus wants to talk about tomorrow, so he wants to really get on it. So we'll get on it tomorrow and let Marcus say what he's going to say. Let's move on. We love you, Al.
We do love you, Mr. Green, and I look forward to today when I honestly get a chance to meet you and learn more about these Houston politics. So Have you been keeping up with the Chud the Builder story? Because I know what we're talking about now is when wrong becomes normal. America needs a moral reset. And I know you're going to, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna confess, Minister. I would get a little bit annoyed when you would blame everything on Trump, because at the time I couldn't see his behavior at the level that it is now. It hadn't reached this point, and we hadn't had so many other people.
You understand now?
I understand. I feel it. I feel it. I'm with you. I'm with you. And this Chud the Builder guy is taking a page out of that hateful dictionary that Trump is using, the little hateful playbook, but it's gotten him into some trouble. So I just want to play the update on that.
All right, for the record, Mr. Ethley is now in the courtroom with...
Your Justice.
All right, take him into custody. Take him into custody. I told you, sir, you did not have a speaking role today. You decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him into custody. However, anybody on that side of the bar does not have a speaking role in any of these proceedings today. There's not going to be any hoopla or shenanigans from the gallery. You're going to be removed, and I'll talk about that in a second.
Can you read what these posts say?
The initial part says, "I will defend my life with lethal force. Do not approach me with intent to threaten bodily harm."
I think it's reasonable to have a gag order on the defendant should he make bond, and I guess even while he's in the jail and has his, I don't know, iPad or whatever, but he cannot live stream, post, or anything that indirectly or directly encompasses these offenses.
But the First Amendment is very important to a free country. Without us being able to talk about ideas freely, we can't really be a free society. Now, I mean, repugnant ideas are still protected under rights of free speech, so people are free to go say whatever offensive things they want to say, as long as it's not calling for someone to hurt somebody else.
That's a $1 million bond with the following conditions: no weapons, GPS monitor. There will be a gag order for Mr. Etherly regarding social media live streaming about the facts or the parties involved in this case. That's going to help him as much as anything.
And I'm going to tell you why I shared that. So for those of you who don't know, Chud the Builder is a man he's only 26 years old. He looks a lot older. That was him in the prison jumpsuit, but his whole platform was going around antagonizing people of color, namely Black folks, and trying to get us to act out of character. And if we would go there with him, then he would threaten to use violence against us. So he had used a weapon and injured a man of our complexion outside of a courthouse in Tennessee. And I think he was expecting some kind of leniency because he assaulted a man of our complexion, but he got none. So at first his bail was set at 1.25 million. The judge reduced it to 1 million. And of course, there were some uncivilized mutts, as our friend with D likes to say, that set up a GoFundMe that raised 200,000. But the judge said that he could not use that to get out of jail. So when we have, when wrong becomes normal, I'm glad to see that the judge in this case is putting some checks and balances on it. Minister?
Oh no,
you know, that's your case. It's new to me. That's why I ain't saying nothing about it. I usually be on top of it.
You missed the bill or what?
Yeah,
No, it's been trending because he's, like I said, he's been going around purposefully.
yeah, I've been hearing about what he's been doing, but you know, the guy he thinks he can do it now because Donald Trump do it. So the Trumpanites do it. So the skinheads, Pride Boys, and all of them do it. Breaking the Capitol, then let them all go. Not talking about giving them $2 billion. So he felt he could do it.
Yes, he did. And then there was another guy when he first was locked up. There was an imitator that got out there and tried to do the same thing, but he was unalived very quickly. And that's not the consequence. That's not what we want people to face. But you heard I think that was the public defender that was talking about he has free speech. You can say what you like, but you're going to have to pay the piper for what you say, whether that be legally or socially. So I don't know.
No problem. Let's go.
So speaking of free speech, you know, we do have folks that don't always align with what we say, think, or believe, or who we support, have various opinions. So comedian and activist and commentator Amanda Seales had a lot to say about Jasmine Crockett, and we're not really used to other skin folk coming out in opposition of her, but I thought this was interesting.
Was a full of shit Zionist climber. And y'all said, stop bringing down Black women. I bring down Black women who are bringing down Black women.
Do not get comfortable at all. We are living in unprecedented times. And I can tell you that there is no one better for this moment for Missouri 1 to keep his eye on the prize, which is you, the people, than Wesley Bell.
Y'all believe me now? Let me break this down for you. Wesley Bell was running for a completely different office until the Jewish lobby, until the Israeli lobby came to him and said, we're going to give you a bunch of money for you to run against Cori Bush because we don't want her in Congress because she is pro-Palestinian. And so because he's a coon, he did. And it worked. Cori Bush lost her seat in Congress. Now, y'all know I do not support electoral politics. I think it's a bunch of BS. However, this is about principle. Cori Bush began as an organizer. She had to be approached several times to run for office. This was not a career decision that she made. It was one that she eventually felt like was the next step in her being able to serve the people. That's a very, very rare occurrence in politics. She went into the position as a public servant. She was ousted. She is trying to come back, and this Wesley Bell guy is still there and still funded and supported by the same folks who got her removed. And Jasmine Crockett brought her BBL having, because yes, she did get a BBL, having ass up there to stand and vouch for him. Because they think you all are so dumb that if they just put any brown-skinned, neck-waving person up there, I'm not even going to go there, you're going to vote for them. They're using your identity against you. They weaponize the very thing they have used to keep you down, to still keep you down by keeping you manipulated. Jasmine Crockett is the shady lady at your job. Jasmine Crockett is the conniving auntie. Jasmine Crockett is the frenemy. She is no different than people that are in your life. So it is not about targeting Jasmine Crockett. It's about targeting women and people who are willing to lie and manipulate in order to get themselves advancement.
And that's what she had to say about that. But for those of you who may not know Cori Bush, which is the person that she's speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to Cori Bush. This was her interview on The Breakfast Club.
Brother, do you have any relationship with him at all?
You know, we were friends.
Really?
We were friends. And so much so to where my dad even went to one of his events when he would, because so first he came out saying he was running against Josh Hawley. We all know Josh Hawley, Republican out of Missouri, who became, you know, I think he got some more notoriety at the insurrection when he put up the fist outside the Capitol. So he said he was running against him. He called him the greatest threat to America and to democracy. My dad got all of his friends to come to one of his fundraisers, and my dad gave him a check. 2 weeks later, he announced he was running against me.
And he used your dad's money to run against you.
But before that, we had worked together on different issues. You know, we had been at events together. We were cool. Like, we would talk on the phone. But what I did, though, because people kept calling me saying, Corey, he's running against you. Like, it's a lie that he's running against Josh Hawley. And so I called him one day. I called him and I said, hey, I'm getting this.
Fuck, nigga?
Yeah. You know, but I was like, okay, let me just tell you what people are saying. Because a whole article came out in our biggest newspaper in town saying that it was really a lie. So I called him. I'm like, hey, why am I hearing all of these things about you running against me? And you said you're running against Josh Hawley. Oh, sis, no, I'm not. I would never run against you. You won your race the way I did. I would never run against you. And so I, because he started doing then I hit record, and I recorded it. And so it turns out, you know, he lied. And, you know, so I lost all respect for dude. Because the thing is, if we're friends, you can run against, this is a democracy. You can run against somebody. Like, that's not my issue. But at least, like, be upfront. Say that. Hey, this is what I want. But when AIPAC comes to you, Hill Harper sat with you all a year, 2 years ago, and talked about how AIPAC came to him and asked him to run, I think, against Rashida Tlaib for $20 million, and he turned it down. Well, the guy that's in the seat now in my community, he didn't turn the money down.
Just listening to it literally is like the shows that we watch on TV, like what goes down behind the scenes. And I know that because you guys' race was one of the most expensive primaries in American history.
Literally, yes.
Just because they was trying to get you up out of there.
Only because they wanted me out, you know? And they knew that I had already been like doing a lot to try to uncover what was going to happen with Project 2025 had Trump got in. And people were like, oh, no, it's not real. Trump, you know, Project 2025 won't happen. And so they were just trying to stop that. So, yeah, they spent all of that money in a Democratic district, one that's going to go to a Democrat anyway. And AIPAC is primarily funded by Republicans. But why would they get involved in a race like that? And you got 2 Black folks running. Why get involved? You know, why did they get involved in my race and Jamal Bowman's race and make us the most expensive U.S. House races in history, primaries in history? Why are you coming for 2 Black people?
Quiet on the set. Hey, y'all, what's up?
So I'm going to pause it there, fam. And now you see why Amanda Seals was so, why she was just so passionate and so upset with Jasmine Crockett. Because this man that was running against Cory Bush, excuse me, he's shady. He's taking money from the enemy to run against her. He took money from her own dad to fund his campaign, from her own dad, Cory's dad, to fund his own campaign. She thought they were cool. She thought they were friends. And so this ended up, like she said, being the most expensive race primary for that ever in American history for 2 Black people. And then you had these 2 groups, these 2 special interest groups that are headed up by Republicans. And I want you to understand the game here. Really want you to understand the game, because there was one time when I would tell folks, you know, hey, it's cool. And I'm going to turn my camera on so we can talk. That is cool. You know, always go out, support your local races. And I still mean that. Support your local races, but know that these local races can be heavily influenced. And I guess that was part of the sadness that I felt. And I'm praying that Corey, to Christian Menifee, all these C's, honey, Christian Menifee can come back and explain, make a difference. And I really hope that he is for the people. Really pray that he is for the people and that his past actions won't be indicative of future performance. So that's where I land on that. When the minister and I were on Sunday, man, we had a great show. We had a young man come on and talk about mass incarceration and his experience in the system. And it turned out to be a godsend because it wasn't something that we had planned. It's just the young man had reached out to the minister just like right in time, like he was on cue. He's incarcerated, and he was sharing his experience, and he had also flagged down a young man that was passing by that had been locked up since the age of 16 and will not be eligible for parole until I think he said 2030, which would have him in for about 10 years, I believe. So, again, tragic. We want our kids to know that it's when wrong becomes normal, it's never normal. There should be something that hits you in your gut to let you know when you're not doing the right thing. And it's you have to fight against it. I know that, the consequences could be you could lose some money, you could not pay a bill. I don't, usually it's motivated. You won't get the girl, whatever that may be. She doesn't need to be got. If you got to go do something illegal to get her to begin with. But on a serious note, just, man, please, y'all, please. It's okay to go without. It's okay to have to pull back and do something different until you can get something greater, and I'm gonna play this clip because it's short, but it brings home this point.
Coming from nothing, man, come on, dog. Like, I had to be happy with nothing before God bless me. Like, real shit, I had to be happy with nothing, though. Like, I had to be thankful for nothing, though. Like, hard times, I had to find the grace and the gratitude and that shit, though. You know what I mean?
And I know that is really hard to do, is to find the grace and the gratitude just for life itself when you're feeling broken. So, just keep your head up. Things will get better. They will get better with prayer, of course. And, we just have to keep on keeping on, folks. Keep on keeping on. But in light of that, I did want to share a little bit about America's prison system for those of us who may not know that it was created for all us skin folks and kin folks, hon.
On any given day in the United States, around 2 million people are being held in federal, state, local, juvenile, immigration, and other detention centers. But when you look at who comes under correctional control over a whole year, that number is closer to 10 million people, which is roughly the populations of New York City and Chicago combined. Now let's break that down. Of that nearly 10 million, more than 5.5 million people end up behind bars. 600,000 of those are sent to prison, and about 4.9 million of those are put in jail. Then there's the folks on probation and parole, which comes out to roughly 4 million people under supervised release. So how did we get here? Mass incarceration started in the 1970s with Richard Nixon's thinly veiled racist agenda known as the War on Drugs. Then Ronald Reagan took things a step further with his tough-on-crime policies. When he started his first term in 1981, the total prison population was a little more than 329,000 people. When he was heading out the door in 1989, it had nearly doubled to more than 627,000. Bill Clinton added fuel to the fire with his 1994 crime bill, which led to higher rates of incarceration and longer prison sentences. Marginalized communities felt the brunt of tough-on-crime policies then, and are still feeling it today. People of color make up a disproportionate amount of those incarcerated in comparison to the general population. For instance, in 2017, Black people made up around 12% of US residents, but accounted for about 33% of the US prison population. Comparatively, white people made up 64% of the population, but only 30% of those in prison. Also overrepresented behind bars are survivors of sexual violence. 86% of women in jail are survivors of sexual assault, and 77% report a history of intimate partner violence. Another perhaps overlooked issue is the number of older adults who are incarcerated. Despite older Americans being one of the least likely groups to recidivate, almost half of people serving life without parole are 50 or older. On the flip side are young people. On a given day, more than 48,000 youths are under correctional control outside their homes. The majority of these young people are in juvenile detention facilities, but around 4,500 youths were held in adult prisons and jails in 2019, putting them at a higher risk for sexual abuse. While the current structure upends the lives within its walls, the criminal legal system affects people on the outside too. Nearly half of all adults living in the US have had an immediate family member incarcerated for at least one night. That's approximately 113 million people. 1 in 4 has had a sibling incarcerated, 1 in 5 has had a parent incarcerated, and 1 in 34 people has had an immediate family member spend 10 or more years in prison. Clearly, mass incarceration is far-reaching in its impact, but is locking up millions of people keeping the country safe? The simple answer is no. There's ample evidence that higher rates of incarceration don't lead to lower rates of crime. This includes violent crime, which is often called upon as a justification for locking people up. Instead, reduction in crime has been explained by factors such as increased employment, higher wages, and improved graduation rates. In other words, investments in people, not jails and prisons, leads to a decrease in crime. Despite this evidence, the United States spends roughly $81 billion each year on mass incarceration, while programs investing in housing, healthcare, education, addiction treatment, mental health, and other initiatives proven to make people safer are vastly underfunded. The data is clear. Mass incarceration doesn't keep people safe. The public safety models that actually invest in the public do.
Powerful. I didn't know those numbers, Minister.
I know the numbers. They make over $40 billion a year. They're at about $45 billion now. They got a company down there that she didn't say called Unicor, UNICOR. Unicor is a private prison where all the billionaires, all the millionaires put their money together, got the judges and all. It's a coup. It's a con game, man. They busted 3-4 judges by putting people in there because they was doing the wrong thing. So this ain't nothing new with them. It ain't nothing new with them. This is what they do. So again, like the young lady say, the children abused, but she's not telling the whole truth. They can be taken, and they can go tell a warden, the lieutenant, the captain that they backside been taken. Ain't nothing gonna happen. It's legal in there. You can take anybody, whoever you can take. They do that to keep the sex going. That's don't, because you don't do it, it's gonna explode. So they don't want nobody to mess up their 400 different products. Some of the smartest people in the world is in prison. They do mattresses right here in Kansas City. They do no. They do mattresses in Atlanta, downtown P Street. They do furniture in Kansas City. Furniture, all kind of furniture, 2 football fields. They do motor cars and race cars in Vegas and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So in Bastrop outside Austin, they make bulletproof vests. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's over 400 different products, and they don't make but $1 an hour. So they make $500-600 a month, and if jobs $100,000, $200,000 a month job. So slavery is back. Unicor, private prison. They all came together and did that, and Bill Clinton, 3 strikes you out. Come on, man. We're gonna turn it into a baseball game. So they make $40 billion plus a year, putting us in there and selling all them products. I don't know how much money they make on that. So that's what's going on, Catherine. It's dangerous down there because you got to fight. And if you're young and look cute, they come to get you.
Okay, I'm gonna add say there was a rumor at one point that they were putting additives in the food that they serve at these prisons to to lower urges. Was that ever true?
To do what?
To lower urges, lower testosterone.
I don't know. It could be true. I heard it before. I never got the evidence, but everything I'm saying now, I got the evidence. So, but there ain't nothing slowed down. They don't stop. They taking them little boys, man them, put them in the cell with them, wash their clothes, make love to them. Yeah, all that. Either you make love to this one or 10 gonna get you. So the little boys say, okay, I'm with you. They got to choose somebody because they stay out there, everybody gonna hit them. Then they be bleeding.
That's not making love. That's just choosing your best. That's just choosing your abuser. That's not.
That's what I said.
I know.
They don't even want to do it.
I know.
I had so many fights. You see these knuckles? Just stop. Because when I was in there, I said, "No, you want to be with him?" No. I said, "Man, you good, man." I said, "No, man, you ain't doing that." So they got rid of me. They put a thing in there, put a knife in my room, got me shipped out. In Oakdale, they got me out of there. Young boy, fine young boy, quarterback, cute. They wanted him. Yeah, they sick. They mentally sick. They need a psychosocial assessment of dynamic. They're just like Trump. There's no way back.
But Minister, even with all that going on, why isn't that? Because it's got me feeling sick to my stomach and squeamish over here. And I know in women and female prisons, there is just as brutal on that side of the coin.
No, it's brutal, but not like that. Not like that.
Any of it. Why isn't that enough?
So that's a problem.
Yeah. Why isn't that enough?
Just kissing on each other, so there ain't no rectum plate.
But they use objects, broomsticks and such.
Well, it's a lot to talk about. But I want to go on with the show.
I can't, but that was my next question. Really was. I just want to make sure that I know we talk about one side of it and not how it affects females too. But even what
not affected as much as males. They're affected, but not much as males.
Why isn't just the knowledge of that enough to deter some of these youngsters from going to jail?
Because they don't know it, and they ain't out there like that. They don't know it till they get down there.
Yeah.
It's not out there like that.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. It's on the down low. Everybody hiding it. Yeah. I'm one of the few that said it. I think I heard Charleston say it one time. White, I think I heard him say something about it. Well, there ain't no lot of people getting out telling it.
Oh, hurts my heart. Okay.
Well, young people, they gonna learn how to stay out of there. I bet you that. Yeah. They got to stay out of there. Because you got some of them gonna fight. Okay? All of them ain't gonna go like that. But it's too many do go like that. So it's a crucial place to turn the animals up in there. Let's go.
Okay.
The government make $40 billion locking them up.
Now you just heard her say they spend $81 billion on the whole system. Okay. Well,
it's a cold card game. It's a card game. And Clinton has something to do with it too, talking about 3 strikes you out. And Biden voted for it and came back and apologized.
They playing with us, man. Slavery is still there.
And we still about the foolishness. I want to say this happened a day ago, where one person was unalived and two were hurt in a late night Highway 6 incident in West Houston. So I'll go ahead and play that clip.
Thank you, Jen. Turning now to the breaking news from overnight, a deadly shooting in West Houston that left a young man dead and 2 others hurt.
Yeah, KHOU 11's Devon Roming joins us live from the scene. This is along Highway 6. Devon, what are police saying happened out there?
Hey guys, so Houston police tell us this all happened in the strip mall parking lot here just behind me, which you can see is still very active as investigators are still out here trying to process the scene, collecting evidence, trying to piece together exactly what happened here. But this is all happening off of the South Highway 6 road here, just near Westheimer. And investigators say a group of young people had gathered there moments before the gunfire started. Now, officers arrived to find one man in his late teens or early 20s dead here at the scene after being shot multiple times. Another young man was also hit several times and rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Police say a third victim, a woman who was simply driving home through the area, was hurt when a stray bullet shattered her car window, sending glass into the vehicle. Thankfully, though, she's expected to be okay. Now, investigators are still working to determine where the gunfire came from, whether it was a drive-by shooting or someone inside the parking lot opening fire at the time. However, at this hour, no suspect or vehicle information has been released this morning. Anyone with information that could lead to an arrest in this case or knows anything about what happened here, what led up to the gunfire, you are being urged to call the Houston Police Department or Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. Reporting live in West Houston, Devon Roming, KHOU 11 News.
All right, Devon, thank you.
And I'll pause it there. So nothing new. And it's my prayers to the young man or young lady, I don't know which it was, that was lost their lives yesterday. Prayers to the family and to those who were injured. Cover them. But so when I say nothing new, it means these stories.
No doubt about it. We've been set up. The whole America's a Ponzi scheme and a pyramid. We've been set up. That's why so many distractions. Xbox, Grand Theft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, television, one-eyed Eddie box. All these old phones, all of them hooked up. So all of them. We don't get up and pray. We get up and grab this phone. The phone has become a god. Come on, let's go.
Yes, it has become a god, but it's not the God. I think that's where we get confused. That's why people don't have hope. We're going around believing in the wrong thing. Oh gosh, it's just so much. So I'm going to change course just a little bit because, we look for hope in our elected officials. We think when we put them in office, we pray that they're going to do the right thing. And I found
despite the social media slogan, trust Black women, you too have to be trustworthy. Black faces in high places are not going to save us. Just look at the Black proponents of Cop City in Atlanta's leadership class. Black faces in high places are not going to save us. Just look at the Black woman's hand, ambassador at the UN, voting against a ceasefire in Gaza. That is, our Blackness and our womanness are not in themselves trustworthy. If we allow ourselves to be conscripted into positions of power that maintain the oppressive status quo, our Blackness and womanness are not themselves trustworthy if we support the occupation of Black neighborhoods with so-called better trained police, or remain silent about the genocide of oppressed peoples around the world funded by our tax dollars.
My God.
Yeah, it's just to check on. And I did want to go back when we played that video of you in Prairie View addressing their city council. That person is not mayor or anymore. We have two new mayor. We're going to see what the new mayor in PV does, and hopefully he will do the right thing by the people and the town there. Can't wait to meet him as well. So, what do you think these politicians need, Minister, to be held accountable?
We have to vote them out and get the right politicians in there that's for the people. This has got to happen because most people go in there to get money. So that's what they do. The Rifle Association done bought all of them. So, and then the pharmacy. So it's $1 trillion business. So it's a ripoff. Everybody playing with poor people's lives. That's what's going on.
Yes, I was disappointed in Hakeem Jeffries. Very disappointed because he takes that AIPAC money too.
King Jeffrey?
Hakeem Jeffries.
Sent money where?
He doesn't send money. He's taking AIPAC money.
Oh, I don't know why he took it. I hope he's not taking it and letting them control him. Let's go. Let's go. Let's ride. Give me something to work with.
What do you want to work with, Minister?
I
told you we were light today. You say we trusted. You spent 5 seconds on the clip. Oh gosh. Let's go ahead and it's a little long. Give me just 1 second here. This is going to be the last one. This story is in Port Arthur. And after this, honey, we're going to have to change it because it's getting real heavy and deep. And I'm going to have to do a lot of prayer when we finish this segment.
The shooting happened in Northeast Harris County on Tuesday morning when police say the couple went to pick up a child and it ended in gunfire. ABC 13's Maya Shea is live at the downtown jail with the story. Maya?
Yeah, it's really just such a tragedy. Gary Davis is charged with murder. He's in the Harris County Jail tonight. He is accused of killing this beloved music teacher from Port Arthur, Texas, and eyewitnesses tell us about the gunfire they heard.
Hey, what's good, Port Arthur?
In a Facebook post about voting, a bit of the lovable teddy bear personality of teacher Marlon Sanders shines through. The Port Arthur School District sharing that he was a beloved music teacher and football coach, but just after midnight Tuesday morning, Sanders was shot and killed here at Blue Timbers Court. Amber Howard saw the frantic moments.
I was just upstairs watching TV, and all I hear was a woman like screaming, saying, "Gary, give me my baby, Gary, give me my baby." And then, of course, I'm still hearing it. And that's when I heard like 2 gunshots. And right after that, that's when the woman was screaming, "You shot my husband, you shot my husband." I look out there, she doing CPR.
Gary Davis.
Harris County Sheriff's investigators say the Gary involved is Gary Davis, the former lover of Sanders' wife. Court records show the wife and Davis dated after she separated from Sanders. They had a baby 9 months ago, but then she reconciled with her husband. Records show the couple came to Davis's home to pick up the baby, but he was upset.
It's tragic, it is, because of the situation that happened. But we knew that gentleman there that lived there to have a lot of anger issues.
Investigators say Davis stormed out of the house and shot Sanders. The beloved music teacher and coach died at the end of the driveway. Neighbors can still remember the moment.
It sounded like firecrackers, but super, super loud. Like they sounded like so close. Like it kind of had my ear ringing a bit. That's what it sounded like. It was just 2 shots.
And yes, if you go on social media right now, the Port Arthur School District's Facebook page is really flooded with hundreds of messages about just what a wonderful person this teacher was. By the way, Davis, who remains in jail tonight, has his court hearing tomorrow morning. We're live downtown. Maya Shea, ABC 13,
Eyewitness News. Awful story, Maya.
And I'll pause it there. Yes, Minister.
It's deep.
It's very deep. That's what we talk about all the time is people not being able to handle rejection.
Yep. We we have a mental problem. We got a lot of mental problems. We got more than we could dream of. We need 1 million psychiatrists, 1 million psychologists, and another 1 million LPC. That would really help America. America needs a psychosocial assessment and a dynamic because they hold baggage. They really easy to trigger.
But a lot of people don't even know that they're packing baggage. They got used to the weight. It became normal, like when wrong becomes normal. And we were on a couple of a few days ago, and I told you I was going to give you time to meditate on it, this answer. So I hope you have. We were saying, what can the church actually do to help the communities become healthier mentally?
The constituents and the members of the church had to demand the pastor to be involved, and we all work together and own our own banks, private banks, our own credit unions, our own finance company, our own water company, and build our own houses like Pastor Kirby John Cardale did, Corinthians 1.1 and 2. Then at a Texas Children's Hospital. So again, we're going to have to convince the people of the church, not the pastor, because some of them scared to death. So we're going to have to convince them to tell pastor, look, we ain't going this way, we're going this way. And that's what's going to happen because we got 400,000 churches and we ain't free. That's pitiful. That's why God said in Ezekiel 34, you fed yourself, you clothed yourself, but you have not fed my flock. Yes.
How does that relate to mental illness? I understand we need to build up a stronger infrastructure in the community, but if our mental infrastructure not right, what good does it do?
Well, we got enough people that are not mental. We have to use them, and the ones are mental, get them in their places, keep them in, lock them up. Some of them gonna need locking up. Some of them can come 2-3 times a week, once a week, but it has to be dealt with, and they know it. They create the problem.
Okay. So last follow-up question regarding this and the church. Some ministers, I've heard a few that encourage their congregants. Yeah, come to me, come for prayer, do all of that, but also go see about your mental health situation. Go to a therapist, go to a psychiatrist. Do you think more ministers need to be honest about, yes, you do need to pray. You have to have this relationship with God, but that relationship may lead you to a professional for help?
Yes, ma'am. More pastors, if they see that they people, and you ain't gonna believe this, the whole 100% of the people in the whole world need a psychosocial assessment and a dynamic. What you're doing it don't mean you're crazy. You checking to make sure you're on course. You're looking at what you're doing because you keep doing the same thing every year and nothing happened, and you keep doing the same thing and you get to 10 years, nothing happened. That's when they go to drinking, already eating all this bad food. We got high blood, kidney failure, diabetes, black man leading the heart disease. So this whole thing, CVS and Walgreens, it's in every state of the United States. They don't monopolize it. So it's a con game. They don't cure nothing, they treat. If they treat too long, now you got a side effect. So it's all a con game. And everybody eating chimichan or Coon, Kang, you know, they brought Church's Chicken back. They got Popeyes. They got Chick-fil-A with 50 man-made ingredients. So it's we caught up. Right now, me and you sitting there, the fast food places, they're going fast in, fast out. It's a con game. We've been played, all of us. That's why in Revelation 12:9, ladies and gentlemen, and TikTok, God said that the devil should deceive the whole world. The devil deceived the whole world. How did he deceive it? He had like we got better over here. If we with God, God ain't gonna do nothing. Come over here with me. I'm gonna give you the world. The same way they told Jesus, say, if you bow to me, we give you the whole world. Jesus rebuked him and said, my Father on all. We don't have enough pastors that's in the trenches, come out of that Sunday morning disco style show and political whore center and come out here and help us. And on Sunday, teach something gonna make the people strong and wiser.
I agree. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, sometimes churches are limited just by the knowledge and understanding of its leader, even if they're not in agreement. So, churches, y'all have to understand, y'all appoint the pastor. That don't mean y'all have to keep him if he's not leading the flock in the right direction. That's from Catherine's Corner. So we will move on. And I found this a bit of transitioning into happier news. This next segment is about an emotional reunion after third exonerated man is released from prison after 30 years. It's a long time.
Now, this is an Action News exclusive. Imagine spending decades in jail for a crime you did not commit. A third man who was exonerated in a 1997 Philadelphia murder case was just released from prison moments ago.
This is an incredible scene. Only Action News was there as Mark Brittingham walked out of SCI Chester after a judge overturned his conviction. 2 other men were released yesterday.
Is there video? Action News reporter Corey Davis joins us there live with the very emotional moments. Good morning, Corey.
Tam, good morning. Yeah, definitely emotional for sure. Mark Brittingham released after nearly 3 decades in prison. That moment captured exclusively by Action News. Take a look.
30 years. 30 years.
Reunion. Brittingham hugging Jamal Shuler and Rashid Smith, who were released from prison yesterday after nearly 30 years. All 3 were exonerated of all charges, but Brittingham had to wait an extra night due to a delay in paperwork. Their release was years in the making with the help from organizations like the Exoneration Project, who got involved in 2018, and the Pennsylvania Innocence Project, who started this legal process back in 2009 after Brittingham's late mother convinced him to write them.
It was just such a thin case to begin with, essentially a one witness case. And if there's one witness in a homicide and that's all there is, that automatically catches your eye, because one would hope they would have more proof if they were going to proceed with murder charges against someone.
And Action News was also there for the emotional reunions yesterday as Shuler and Smith were reunited with their families outside of SCI Phoenix in Skippack Township. A judge cleared the 3 men yesterday of all convictions in the 1997 stabbing death of 73-year-old Essie Mae Thomas of North Philadelphia. We're being told there was no physical or forensic evidence that tied the men to the crime. They were locked up for nearly 3 decades based off of one eyewitness testimony and medical examiner reports that the defense and prosecution agreed were inaccurate after the time of death was found to be 24 hours later than initially stated. Here's Shuler and Smith after being reunited with their families yesterday.
I was 18 when I came in. I'm 46 going up. I'm here now. Ain't nothing to cry about no more. I'm here.
I'm trying to take everything one day at a time. And education, work, be a civilian. I want to be able to pay a bill one day. I never had a driver's license. I never had a phone, never had anything. So everything is all new to me.
My God.
here to breakfast this morning. So once again, Brittingham's sister was here as well. All three men reunited outside of SCI Chester, where we are at the moment. So when it comes to the actual case, though, we're being told by Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner that the death of Essie Mae Thomas is considered a cold case now. They see no reason in trying to continue the investigation that has since been thrown out. Reporting live here in Chester, Corey Davis, Channel 6 Action News.
The Innocence Project is such an important one. And wow, you can just feel the relief of all the family members and everyone involved. Corey, thank you.
Now this is
30 years.
30 years.
They do that. They destroy us like that. Donald Trump was down with that when them 5 boys in New York went and said they did that. And they brought the DNA and he still said it was guilty and put a billboard up worth a lot of money. So Mr. Trump, the man they called their president, he did the same thing. So again, man, these people, TikTok is just, there's no justice. It's systemic racism. America need to be fixed. What you say we doing when
wrong becomes normal, America needs a moral reset.
America need a moral reset. It needed bad. Because 1865, in both been 63, but 2 years later in Galveston, the Emancipation Proclamation in Hebrew and Greek, ladies and gentlemen, mean free from the hand. It was never free from the mind. We were still slaves here. We had to go back to Massa. So it's a sickness. It's a mental sickness. 26% of our young men, when a woman says she's not with him no more, he try to take her out. So it's a sickness. See, got nothing to do with no love, lust, and animalistic. And that's why everybody on the planet Earth needs to read Solomon. It's 31 of them. It's one every day. We need to get up in there and get it to the wisest man in the world, and God made him that. We messed up, man. And ain't enough churches doing nothing about it. That's a fact. 400,000 churches, we ain't free. Come on, man. It's a setup. Can you understand what I'm saying, Miss Catherine?
I do. But now you correct me because I don't have the supreme wisdom and knowledge. But we were told, some of us are taught, that we were supposed to, the churches, of course, the members, and we are the church. And because we were supposed to evolve past needing the physical edifice. So in that case, then we're leaning on our own understanding. We're not doing the research and holding ourselves accountable for what we are learning as far as our spiritual health, emotional health, and things of that nature. I'm not for self-diagnosis, but I am for self-examination. So in some cases, heck, unless you're just real far gone, we need to be just evaluating ourselves just constantly. At least I do. And it took a while to get here because I pray to see myself as other people see me and as God sees me. So I can fix the crooked spots, get the dust bunnies out the corner. And I'm still dusting, y'all. I'm still dusting. But at some point, we have to take responsibility. I guess that's what I'm saying. I have to take responsibility for ourselves.
Our children don't develop from 24 to 26. We'll have an 18% fathers. The mothers doing all they can.
Yeah.
We need a village again. We need fathers and uncles and cousins. We need a village. We need 3-4 villages. And we need to get our money and invest it in real estate where we can own our own apartment complex, our own condo, own our own subdivision, where we can be empower ourselves. We need to own our own insurance companies. We have to get empowered. 19 girls down right outside Atlanta bought 1,000 acres. They built the whole city. 19 pretty black women. I met 3 of them. We got to do something. We got enough billionaires. We got to come together and do something to help our people. We need 100 vocational school because 70% of the children ain't going to no college. But they can be a plumber and make over $100,000. They can be an electrician and make over $100,000. That's what it is. But we so damn selfish. We got Willie Lynch, fear, distrust, and envy. It's all about us. And the love of money is the root of all evil. We have to learn how to take the money like Nipsey Hussle was doing. We don't have enough in Nipsey. Why we just got one Nipsey Hussle did that? Here go Cardi B singing that filthy music. Look what she did. She said, okay, I did that. I know that ain't really right. She went on to Chicago and got $174 million and put it for a school and shelter. She gonna go down in history. $174 million. I love President Barack Obama, but you got $1 billion library there, but you ain't spending no $300-400 million on the people. They can walk all through that library all they want. They still broke and hungry. But won't you put $200-300 million, Barack, over there to help us with our vocational school, and then get the children in a community where they can learn out who God is. Now they not hungry. Now they don't have the guns in hand. Now they're not stealing and robbing and hurting one another. But y'all don't give a damn. Y'all been using Chicago for a lapdog for a long time. They don't even go in no more. They just send the ambulance in. They don't care.
Okay. So we agree that we do need we need our own. We need to go back to building our communities as it was before desegregation. We got that part. So
people do for us that we can do for ourselves. That's why China is the most powerful in the world now. Because China, you go right down there on Bel Air, go past Gangster, go all the way to the Beltway, go to Beltway, past the Beltway, go all the way to 6. They got 622 businesses. Let's say opened another one last night. I met the man. It took him, he started 53 years ago. They worth almost $22 billion. 94% of their money stay in their neighborhood. No, but 6% go out. But 94% of our money go out. No, but 6% stay in.
So what do we do like right now?
We got to start spending our money with massa. We spend $1.3 trillion on things. Chanel purses, red bottom shoes, Galleria. We hooked on things. We labelistic.
So how do you address that part of it? Because
we got to bring our money together and buy apartment complexes. 100 of us can buy $18 million complex with 1,000 units. That's $2 million a month for the rest of our life. We're not thinking. They got companies, they got rich white companies doing that. We got to stop just being lapdog, walking around here telling me we ain't gonna never have nothing, ain't nothing gonna happen. They hear me on here. It's enough to hear me. Where to start a fire? Come on, man. We got to do it different. We like lapdog just laying around, eating, getting fat, overweight, high blood, kidney failure, diabetes, and the black man leading heart disease. They eating that greasy chicken. We're not no damn example.
So how? Okay, I guess I'm like the chicken and the egg with this. What comes first? Because okay, I get control of my spending. I spend my money somewhere else, or I invest it
wisely.
Use it wisely. But I'm still broken in here, up here.
We got to deal with all of that. We got to deal with the mental first. But we got to stop giving our money to massa. Because Black Friday, they knock us off. They would spend $1 trillion for Christmas on a lie. Santa Claus ain't showed up yet. Santa Claus is coming to town. He ain't got here yet. It's a con game. In Revelation 18:4, God said the merchant wax rich. Gold, diamonds. It's all right there in Revelation 18. And God said in 1 hour, He gonna get all the merchants. That's the only way it's gonna stop. The people ain't gonna stop. We are like puppets and robots, and the puppeteer has us. I'm my own man. No, you're not. No, you're not. You think you're your own man. Why are you eating steak? Got E. coli bovine bacteria. Why are you eating pork, grass from a cat, rat, and a dog. In Leviticus 11:7, God said don't even touch it. So we don't study the show. The millennium eat better than their parents. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they Google freaks. And they learning how not to be sick. We need to stop spending all our money with masks. Captain Hughes begged us for 10 years on 102 and all our stations. Spin black, spin black. That's not racist. China spin China. They keep all their money together. Just don't, but 6% of their money go out. 94% circulate right there with them. That should be, if you're gonna copy somebody that makes sense. Copy the Chinese. If you're gonna be a copycat, copy the right cat. We have to change. If we don't change, look at us. We need our own private bank. We need to put our money in our own banks. All that interest, it'll come back to us. I tried to get Pastor of Brentwood, Pastor Ratliff. I asked him about a bank 15 years ago. And he didn't hear me. I asked him, I said, man, we need to open a bank. It'd be on my mind. I know God give it to me. We got to change this narrative. We got to do something different. All we doing is spending our money with massa and eat the wrong food, high blood, kidney failure, diabetes, cancer. And here go you, a living witness, 105 pounds gone, had diabetes, is gone. You're a living witness. So they're looking at you right now. So if she can do it, y'all can do it. Our teachers not even made to eat meat. But we so in love with the taste, we don't care. And the vegan food tastes the same. You get the steak.
Thank you, Jen. Turning now to the breaking news.
What was that?
Oh, just keep going.
We need to change our diet and our mindset. And we need to keep our hand off our women. And we need 1 million psychiatrists. We need 1 million LPCs and psychologists where we can get our people together and stop this foolishness, man. It's too much foolishness going on. And we hurting each other. We're hurting each other. We're hurting each other. Man, we're here 365 people that fast. My God. My God. TikTok, we hit 365 people that fast in 1 hour and 32 minutes. So come on, my sister, what we got next? Let's go out and let them know about Johnny Binder. Play one of them songs. We love you all. We done told y'all about the prison system. Jasmine Crockett, we love you. This is Johnny Binder, slave name. Dr. David Jeremiah, call me at 281-896-8215. Come on the show, we'll send you the link or we'll fly you in. You need to get this straight. Don't leave your name out here like that. We think too much of you. I'm like Happy, I said, Marcus, I don't care if you did do it. You slapped you on the wrist, you made a mistake, let's go. But come back and fess up and get this woman off your back. Come on now. You too tough. Come on, we love you, girl. Let's go. What we got now? Show some love going out. What we got?
Oh, we'll go ahead and we will definitely get to your song as we head out. But I want to play this last clip by Jackie Hill Perry, and then we'll get to Houston Love. Maybe something different. Here we go.
Because even the unanswered prayer thing, why didn't you answer me? You don't care. Yeah. So now we're accusing God of apathy. We're saying you're not really as compassionate as you have revealed yourself to be. That's an accusation on the nature of God. Or to say you cannot hear. Is God an idol who doesn't have ears to hear, a mouth to speak, and eyes to see? He is fully alive within himself. So he has heard you and he has answered, sometimes a yes, sometimes a no.
More than 2,000 United.
But every single one is anchored in wisdom. So we have to be reminded that God is good, so that as things happen in our lives that don't go according to plan.
Thank you, Jen. Turning now to the breaking news from overnight, a deadly shooting.
But we allow God to define himself.
So good, and we can trust it.
Amen.
I just love Miss Jackie Hill Perry. I cannot wait for her to hopefully come to Houston. That would definitely be a treat. And now we're going to go out with a little Johnny Bonder. Here's a glimpse of Redemption of American Gangster, featuring music from the soundtrack for the upcoming movie. Just give you a feel, just so you know the chapters. He's getting dressed there. So we feature Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, Anita Baker, and of course, Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band at the end.
And
Feel
Dougie.
wow. And Dougie Fresh. Yes. Thank you, Minister. Okay. Here we go, y'all.
We don't break, we don't bend, that's swing left, swing right, go black, go wood. Kinda like so high when the real one's good. She said it, town pride, yeah, the legend stood up. Hey, down, outside, hold it down, yeah. Kids dancing in the street, cars swinging, in person. She came from the south where the concrete has, where the hustle learned fast, and they never look back. Johnny came on my shop, no sweat. Lift a little back to a king, whole city stands back. Yeah, Johnny walked through the block, the lens is low, making him look larger than life. Guys lined up, everybody not in this one. Gold chain heavy like a wave, that car, fast night lights on it. $1 million, I ain't even breaking sweat. Money so long, got the bank is breaking neck. Johnny been the whole city show respect. I don't brag, I don't talk, I just cash every check. $300 million move like gold in the mist. Trap king turn legend, now my life is rich. Came from the bottom where the struggle got grit. Now it's penthouse views and they still can't tell me. 300 them sitting quiet like they meditate. Went from ramen on the soda, lobster on the golden plate. But they try to stop me too late, I elevate. Turn pressure in the diamonds, that's by the DNA. Jet black coupe with the sweet blood red. Money cleaner than a thought, running through their head. I ain't have to sell dreams, I be stacked instead. Now the Forbes list looking like my daily bread. Back then they laugh, now they whisper with it. I made them disappear like smoke in a rift. All the shit when they see me appear. 300 mil wave, you can drop that in here. 300 million dollars, I ain't even breaking sweat. Money so long, got the bank is breaking neck. Johnny dealer, whole city so respect. I don't brag, I don't talk, I just cash every check. Can't go to drink, but the hustle stay dirty. On King grinding since I woke up at 6:30. Nobody gave nothing, I got mine early. Now I still in see why the stock rise 30. Boss moves only on the heck of the side. 300 mil later and I still don't hide. Still Johnny from the block with the pride in me. It's time to bury him. But God don't let us see, stay underground forever. The king was coming back home. 40 years on the paper, 10 years in the cave. Steel bars coming while he prayed through the rave. Concrete floor cold, he turned pain into flame. Carved his whole destiny by remembering his name. Mama cried heavy when they said he wouldn't rise, but the street got quiet when they saw his lying eyes. From the gutter to the gate, he walks out with a vision. Man on a mission, soul in transition. He ain't who he was, he's who God rebuilt. Took the blood off his past, turned it right into guilt. Nah, in the purpose, in the fire, in the steel. Now the whole damn world got a feeling for real. He wore a crown, came to concrete, walked through hell with no defeat. Came back clean, like
And we will end it there. So thank y'all, fam, for joining us tonight from all of the platforms. If you are watching this on replay, please be sure to drop us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking about the show, how you're feeling out there. And we just appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for your support. And that is at Johnny Bonder Show across Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So we're going to go ahead and go out wishing you love and peace and prayerfully a whole lot of joy and blessings tomorrow. We're going to name it and claim it. Amen. Talk to you tomorrow.